What's up, everybody? Happy Monday. Good to see you guys here. We're going to talk about imposter syndrome tonight. I don't know how many of you saw the video this morning, but we're going to cover some of that information. We'll get to that. Let's say hello to everybody. I see you guys saying hello to each other in the chat. I love it. To those of you I've seen so far, welcome in. Happy Monday, you guys. Who have I not seen yet? I think I saw Damien. What's up, man? Dan B, what's going on, brother? Christmas Clatter, Todd, good to see you. Yes, Ellie, yeah. I'm excited to see what happens with it. Really am. So I don't know if I mentioned it Friday night, but you can also go back and edit the thumbnails you already have. I think maybe we mentioned that, but you can change out some of those thumbnails also. So looking forward to seeing what happens. Hey, thank you, Mark. Yeah, this is my new Ecamm flat bill, part of the Ecamm fam. They got good streaming software, good merch. I love everything about Ecamm, I really do. What's up, Russ? Good to see you. Those cherry cookies look good. Stay tuned, man. Stay tuned. What's up, James? Good to see you, brother. Corey, how are you, Weatherbeard? Maybe I need glasses, but is there a real visual difference to the naked eye regarding your camera? So there is. I'm actually streaming in 1080 directly over HDMI, so a lot of things about that are going to be a little bit different. Things should be a little clearer. Now the background is blurry on purpose. I've got that set up on the camera to blur the background a little bit. I only have the kit lens right now. I'm going to eventually upgrade the lens. Once I upgrade the lens, then you'll really notice a difference. But definitely everything is true 1080 at this point. So yeah, I could tell a difference in this morning's video that I uploaded over the other videos that I've done, which have all been uploaded in 4K. But being that you know, with the Canon M50 connected with a USB cable directly into Ecamm, you only get 720 over a USB cable, even though when I edit, I basically edit that, I up that to a 4K download, but you still don't get the same crispy look as true 1080. So yeah, yep. Yeah, I love it. It's looking good. There's probably some settings I still need to tweak. I've been messing with it, but I'm happy with it so far. I really am. Yep, hashtag Ecamm fam, absolutely. What's up, Becky? Good to see you. Appreciate it, James. Yeah, I think that's a big difference. I wanted to wear this hat tonight. I usually always wear like my white hat turned backwards, but we went different tonight, so I appreciate everybody being here. Welcome in. This is the Creators Lounge every Monday live right here at 7 p.m. Eastern. Tonight we are going to talk about imposter syndrome. If you're not sure what imposter syndrome is, then hopefully you'll learn something tonight. I've learned a lot through researching for this. I always knew what imposter syndrome was, but there's a lot that I didn't know about it, and some things even in myself that I kind of recognize now we're going to talk about. So before we do that, how was everybody's Monday? Let me know in the chat. How was your Monday? And what are you drinking on? I got some good stuff I'm drinking right now in my camera lens coffee mug. I got some great stuff I'm drinking. I'll tell you shortly what that is. Obviously, it's coffee, right? But how was everybody's weekend? What are you guys drinking? Yeah, appreciate it, Nick. Appreciate it, man. What's up, Sam? Good to see you. Jay Cruz, what's up, brother? Good to see you, man. Get some music going here. So I've got a poll up at the top of the chat. I'm curious to know, and it looks like right now we have 18 votes. So awesome, you guys. If you haven't voted on the poll yet, I'm just curious, do you ever feel the effects of imposter syndrome? And I'll leave that poll up for a little bit. Just to kind of give you a quick definition so you can answer the poll. Imposter syndrome is basically, and this is not 100% related necessarily to content creation. Imposter syndrome has been a thing long before YouTube existed, before content creation was a thing. But imposter syndrome is basically where, with whatever you're doing, you don't feel like you do a good job of it. I'm giving you kind of a layman definition right now. You don't really feel like you do a good job of it, despite the fact that you've had success. We'll get deeper into that definition as we go, but I'm just curious in the poll, how many of you guys have ever felt the effects of that? So we will definitely, Mark Brown's drinking some 7 a.m. coffee. I hope that's the brand name and it's not been sitting in your cup since 7 a.m. You might need a fresh cup, brother. Coffee and water. So, Corey, my Monday consisted of 2 cups of blueberry coffee. It was a good day. We got our house listed on the market and have 2 appointments for people to see it already. Man, the housing market, I don't think you guys will have a hard time at all. Todd is still delivering the mail. Be safe, brother. Be safe, man. What else we got? What's up, Scott? Good to see you, man. Mountain Dew Baja Blast. Nice. That's a great Mountain Dew. I wish they made it in the zero, though. I wish they made it, because we drink everything. What we do drink, we drink zero. And I don't believe, anyway, I haven't seen that one in zero. Let's see, Sam, Monday and my weekend were good. Great football this weekend. Fun D&D session. Productive day. Man, football this weekend. The last 2 weeks of football have been outstanding, except for, of course, the Packers. But that's okay. I'm looking forward to the Super Bowl. I think it's going to be a great matchup. No matter who wins the Super Bowl, I'm going to be happy. You got Matt Stafford, who's been in the league for, 15 years? I believe 14 years. And was traded away from the Lions. Went to the Super Bowl in his first year with the Rams. I love the storyline. I love the storyline in Cincinnati. Also, Joe Burrow, only a few years out of college and leading that team. Joe Burrow's going to be something special, I'm telling you guys. It's going to be something special. Another term is dysmorphia. Happens to me all the time. What's up? Good to see you, Diablo. Okay, let me go back up here. Brand name. That's. I kind of thought that. I think I've heard of that before. But, yeah, I just wanted to be sure, man. Listed it for $30K more than what we paid for it. Oh, man. Yeah. I don't know much about it. Whatever the realtor says, I guess I would do that. But yeah. They have Baja Blast Zero at Taco Bell. I did not know that. I thought they only had the regular. Brian Salvanu Mountain Dew Spark in the Zero. Spark, I haven't had that one yet. What's that flavor? I've seen some people talk about it. James had some parent-teacher conferences and then laziness with the family. There you go. It sounds like a great weekend. Dale's Custom Graphic Designs, good to see you. I don't think I've seen you in here before. I don't think so. If I am, I'm sorry, but glad to have you here. Thanks for jumping in. Hot tea, splash of milk, no sugar. That sounds great. Spark is raspberry lemonade. Okay. It's okay. That I believe is that a red bag? I may have this all messed up, but I'm pretty sure I've heard of that. Hey, Ash, good to see you. How are you, Ash? I think Spark is lemon berry. Okay, Ash just finished work. Hey, Tracy, good to see you. Hope you are doing well. All right, so I'm drinking coffee, obviously. I'm drinking some coffee that was sent to me by Ken Gold. I don't think I've seen him in here yet, but this is Maui Coffee Company. Vanilla macadamia nut. This stuff is fantastic. Love it. And then we got the regular Maui Coffee Company. And we have some coconut. Hawaiian Isles Coffee Roasters Company. Coconuts. So these 2 unopened bags are going to go in the freezer for now. I'm going to finish off this bag. Black bag. Yeah, I'm all messed up, Mark. I'm all messed up, man. What's up, Chris? Good to see you, sir. All right, so tonight we are going to talk about imposter syndrome. Now, I don't know how many of you saw the video that was up this morning. I kind of went through went through the definition of imposter syndrome, talked about a few aspects of that, some different types of imposter syndrome, different types of basically personalities, how we experience imposter syndrome, and then kind of gave some tips for how to beat imposter syndrome. For the most part, most of us that experience imposter syndrome, it is exactly what it is. It's just a feeling that is really not true. It's our own internal feelings that we need to deal with. And so it felt like a good video to do. I actually had something else planned, and I've had this video planned for a while. I've been kind of researching it, taking notes, one of those hip pocket videos. And over the weekend when I was going to do the video that I had planned, which was some analytics, I've kind of felt as I was prepping to film that video, I was like, man, I'm not qualified to talk about this. And I got discouraged and just all kinds of messed up. So I said, you know what? I'm going to do this video about imposter syndrome. So that's what we did. So, it's good. This macadamian, it's really, really good. All right. So let me make sure I'm catching up on the chat here. All right. So let's jump to the definition of imposter syndrome. So for those of you that don't know, again, imposter syndrome is not unique to content creation. Imposter syndrome is something that anybody in any field, in any career, in anything can feel. I'm going to give you two examples. And if you saw the video this morning, you already know the two examples. I was blown away by people that I've found that have felt imposter syndrome in the past. So the definition: imposter syndrome, a psychological condition that is characterized by persistent doubt concerning one's abilities or accomplishments, accompanied by the fear of being exposed as a fraud despite evidence of one's ongoing success. Now, there's two keys to this that are very important to make sure that we understand imposter syndrome and how we see it in ourselves. And that's going to be the persistent doubt. So, example, as content creators, you're going to make a video, you've got a topic picked out, you've been researching it, or you even know a lot about the topic, but you still have feelings like you're not qualified to talk about it, that what you have to say won't really matter, things like that. So that's one important element. The second is the fear of being exposed as a fraud despite the evidence of one's ongoing success. So you've done a good job, you've done some great things, you do a good job, you get feedback from other people that you do a good job, people like your content, go on down the list of what that could be, but you still feel like a fraud, you still feel like an imposter in what you're doing. So going to the poll real quick. So we got 26 votes. Do you ever feel the effects of imposter syndrome? We got 65% yes and 35% no. That's about what I expect. I think that, and I said this in the video, I think that at one point or another, I think everybody feels imposter syndrome at one point or another. The important thing is how we deal with that. Some of us are able to quickly get rid of that. Some of us are not. It can be crippling. So let me catch up on the chat. Yep, Corey's moving. Hey, what's up, Joshua? Good to see you, man. Hope you're doing well. Travis, what's going on, brother? Good to see you. Hey, Hot Tub Lady. Good to see you, Jackie. Hope you're doing well. I got to say, Jackie, I'm kind of jealous of this whole 30-day soaking challenge, getting in a hot tub every day for 30 days. I know my wife, she has been wanting a hot tub for a couple of years. We'll eventually have one. She'll probably do her own 30-day and 60-day and whatever challenge. I know she's excited about having one. So that's the definition. Yep, and that can happen in your own job, not just content related. Absolutely. Oddly enough, it happens. 70% of females in the workplace feel imposter syndrome, and that's typically all the research that I've done into imposter syndrome and the people that feel it and where they feel it. 70% of people that feel imposter syndrome are women. I'm not sure why that is. I didn't dig that deep, but I thought that was interesting. Wasn't sure what imposter syndrome was, but my response stands now that I know. Yes, sir. So there are two people, when you think about people that have imposter syndrome, as content creators, I mean, we'll talk about me for a second, right? It's not like I'm some sort of a well-known public figure who's done all these great things for the world and, everybody knows who I am. I think as content creators, especially starting off and trying to build a channel, you haven't made a name for yourself yet. I think it's probably a little bit easier to feel that. There are people that have done some great things in our history that have felt imposter syndrome. And I was blown away by who some of these are. So first is Maya Angelou. Maya Angelou has said before that she feels imposter syndrome. She's quoted as saying, "I've written 11 books, but each time I think, they're going to find out now. I've run a game on everybody and they're going to find me out." That was a direct quote from Maya Angelou. You guys know she's written, like she says in this, 11 books. I don't know when this was or how many books total she's written, but she had a lot of great writings, a great American poet. Why in the world would somebody like Maya Angelou feel imposter syndrome, right? And then next we have Albert Einstein. Now he made this quote. He's reported to have made this quote. Obviously, it's not recorded anywhere, but it's reported that he made this quote sort of as an elderly man. He made this to a friend of his, and he said, "The exaggerated esteem in which my life work is held makes me very ill at ease. I feel compelled to think of myself as an involuntary swindler." As an involuntary swindler. And you guys all know all the good stuff that Einstein did, inventions and how smart he was, just a genius. And he still felt the same way. So I kind of made the I made the, what am I trying to say? I made the connection between, in my video, I kind of said that if people like Maya Angelou and Einstein can feel imposter syndrome, then who's to say that we don't and can't, and just with the great things they did. So that's, yeah, those two blew me away, finding out that they felt that way about themselves. So let's see. What's up, Michael P? Good to see you. Yeah, man, I love the hat. This is the Ecamm logo. Ordered this last week, came in today. So yeah, I love it, man. I love hats. I got a bunch back here, a bunch more over here on the walls all around me. I'm definitely a hat guy. What'd you say? I tune out for a second. Oh, no worries, Corey. Yeah, moving to a different state. Ohio and Tennessee will be much closer to family. Yeah. All right, so looks like pretty much the same poll results. 63% of us have felt imposter syndrome at one point or another. Now, like I said in the video, I have felt it for sure. I'm usually pretty good at, keeping it curbed. I'm a confident person. I've got, high self-esteem. I don't know how many of you are like me, though. When you're getting ready to film, you kind of sit here. I sit here alone in my studio, and I'm like, okay, let's record. It's time to record. I know what I want to say, and I really have to sit here and kind of hype myself up sometimes, and that's why. So yeah. All right. So now there are 5 types of imposter syndrome, and I'm going to run through these. I've got these. I'm going to have these up on screen, and as I go through these, what I would like you guys to do is kind of think of yourself within these different types of imposter syndrome, and let me know if you think you fall into that. Gotcha. Just reading a comment. All right. So these are the different types of feelings that we have. Hey, yeah, Brian. Yeah, this is the new camera. Probably still need to tweak some settings on it, but I'm liking it so far. I think it looks great. I'm still playing with settings. I'm eventually going to get the Sigma 16 lens for it, so that'll really, it's got a background defocus on it, which I like. It takes the f-stop off the camera and just blurs the background as best it can with the kit lens. So I like that. It's I'm liking it, man. I'm really loving it. Yep, Nick, I'm sure she'll answer. She does. She makes content about hot tubs and pools and things like that. She actually, I've said this 1,000 times because I'm grateful for it. She saved our pool. Back during the fall, we got a hole in the bottom of our pool liner, and I just drained it. I was like, you know what? I'll replace the liner in the spring, and we'll refill it. And she saw my thing on, I had a story up on Instagram, and she saw that, and she sent me a message. She was like, yeah, you need to fix that now, otherwise you're going to lose your pool. So she saved our pool. Hey, David M. Hello, everybody. Hello, Ken, new subscriber here from Northern Ireland. Hey, welcome in, David M. Glad to have you here, sir. Thanks for stopping in and watching. Appreciate you, man. Hope you're doing well over there. And you are up late, sir. What is it, about probably midnight or so? I appreciate you. Oh, no worries, Brian. Hey, this is, I've got the topic, but this is a hangout type stream also. So anything you guys want to talk about, I am very happy to do that. Yeah, bokeh, absolutely. The technical term for background blur. On the camera, the feature, they call it background defocus. That's what the button says. So yeah. Hey, Kevin, good to see you, man. Replay Squad, I appreciate you, man. Hope you're doing well. And yeah, if you guys haven't yet, if you want to hit the thumbs up, feel free to do so. It's always appreciated. Yeah, midnight. I thought so. My wife and I, she's in the chat, Mrs. Coach. We want to make it to Ireland at some point. That's on our bucket list of places to travel to. So I'm jealous you're over there, man. But good to see you. All right, so here are the 5 types of imposter syndrome. So these are basically the 5 different personalities. I'm going to go through these. And if you guys want to, as I'm going through these, if you see yourself in any of these categories, feel free to share whatever you want to share. Obviously, that is on you. I don't want anybody to share anything they're not comfortable with, but to whatever your level of comfort, if you'd like to share something about you as it falls into these categories, feel free to do so. So the first one is the perfectionist. So perfectionists have extremely high expectations of themselves. And even if they meet 99% of those expectations and their goals, they will still focus on mistakes and largely ignore the positives of what they've accomplished. So basically, you have goals, you've got expectations, you've set different benchmarks for what you view as success, you know, in content creation for your channel, for videos, whatever, and you're killing it, you're meeting goals, you are exceeding expectations, and you still focus on the mistakes that you make. I'll go ahead and be frank and upfront with you guys. I definitely fall in this category. I will dwell on mistakes and errors. I know that I always say live happens live, and when something goes wrong during a stream, like if, you know, my Canon had happened before where I lost my camera, you know, during the stream, or something technical happens, not so much that stuff doesn't bother me. Fix that and keep going. That's all tech stuff. But if I put a video out and I forget to edit something out, if there's something in the middle that I didn't edit it, I didn't make that jump cut just right, that mistake will bug me. I'll focus on that, you know, little things like that. So kind of what I said this morning is that when it comes to content creation, you're going to make mistakes. No matter what type of content you're doing, you're going to make mistakes. There's going to be something that you maybe say wrong or something you don't edit. Mistakes are definitely going to happen, but a perfectionist will focus on those and largely ignore, well, maybe not ignore, but they'll focus more on the mistakes over over the good things they've done, the positives. So, all right, Nick's thinking about getting a hot tub. There you go. Yep, you guys link up. She can definitely take care of you. Yeah, it sounds miserable being a perfectionist. Now, I won't say that me personally, I'm not a necessarily what you would call a true perfectionist. Like, it's not something that, you know, just kills me. Not everything has to be perfect, but there is some of this definition that I feel like applies to me. So Tracy is not a perfectionist. Feels like, I feel like I wish I was sometimes. Oh yeah, Mrs. Coach is definitely a perfectionist. She is. Sam, I guess I fall in that category a bit with any woodworking project I do. I know my mistakes and are obvious to me, but others are happy with the finished product. Man, I got to tell you, so when you, and this is cool, right? Because when it comes to woodworking, I am not a woodworker whatsoever. We tried to do the whole derby, what is it, the boxcar derby or whatever. We had a derby car like 2 years ago. I chopped that thing all up trying to shape some car out of it. I am terrible with woodworking. So if I bought some, you know, piece of woodworking off of you and you made some kind of, you know, a corner wasn't done right, I guarantee you I would not notice. You would notice because you do woodworking and you fall in the perfectionist category as far as woodworking goes. But I'd be willing to bet most people that you send something out to may not notice those small little imperfections. Noah said, I saw your video earlier and I'm every single one of these, but again, I feel like that's my ADHD taking over. It definitely could be. I don't know much about ADHD, but it definitely could be. Soapbox derby. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, it was basically a wood block and I chopped it up. It was like splinters when I got done. So, yep. All right, so that's perfectionist. Now, next up we have experts. Now, experts feel they need to know every piece of information before they start a video and spend a lot more time than necessary researching or training, even paying for too many courses and one-on-one sessions. They won't make certain content because they don't know 100% of the information about the topic, and they are afraid of looking stupid if they're asked questions. So this one, for me, I don't really feel like I fall in this one necessarily. If I'm going to do a video, I want to make sure that I know especially the content that I'm going to cover in that video. But as far as the topic, I'd be willing to bet that every content creator, there's probably very few that know everything about a video or a topic they put out. A lot of us are, you know, especially in this space, we're kind of like jack of all trades. You guys that make videos, you know, there's a whole lot to content creation, cameras, microphones, editing, software, all that kind of stuff. If you're a product reviewer, you know, things like that. I definitely don't feel like I need to be an expert. I make sure that I study the key points in the video that I'm going to put out. But I'm not an expert. And if If there's something in a video, I've been asked on a stream before a specific question that I didn't know the answer to. It doesn't bother me to say, you know what, that specific question, I'm not sure, but I will get an answer. That doesn't bother me much at all. But I'm curious, is there anybody that falls into this category? Experts. Yeah, I guarantee you I would notice. Hey, so this has been years ago now. This has been, so this was 2000. This was before my son was born, so like 17 years ago. I had just got out of the Army. Anyway, moved back here. I was buying a house. The house was being built by the Amish. And so I was out there one day hanging out. These dudes were awesome. We were chatting. And the house was pretty much finished, but they were constructing the sidewalk that comes from the front porch out to the driveway. And the elder, I don't know what you call him, probably the elder, like the guy in charge, he stood at the end of the sidewalk. And this sidewalk was probably about, I don't know how long it was, probably about 10 feet or so, 10, 12 feet. He stood at the end of this sidewalk, and he was telling his couple of guys that were over there, he was like, that's off by 1/8 of an inch from the driveway to the steps. So he could somehow see in that 10 to 12 feet that from point A to point B, from the beginning to the end, it was off by 1/8 of an inch. It blew me away. They actually measured it, and it was off by exactly 1/8 of an inch. He was able to stand there and see that. I was blown away by that. I would have never noticed at all. So yeah. What's up, Ron? Good to see you, buddy. Hope you're doing well, sir. Christmas Clatter says, I do. Yep. So Christmas Clatter falls into the expert category. Brian, I feel like there's always more to learn. Where's the line to call yourself an expert at something? Yeah, absolutely. I think exactly what you just said. There's always something to learn. I don't, even in the job that I've done for over 20 years, 23 years, there's still things I don't know. There's still things that I learn on a regular basis. So, nobody knows everything about anything for the most part. I mean, obviously there's outliers. There are people that do, but those guys are far and few between. 98%, that's not going to, they're not going to know everything about any specific topic. It was, man. I thought it was absolutely ridiculous. It was ridiculous to me that he was right. They measured from start to finish, and he was right on. It blew me away that he could stand and look at that. I can't relate to experts or know-it-alls. Yeah. Yep, doing math and head skills there. Yeah. I don't know how he did it. It blew me away watching that. I still don't know how he did that. Hey, MD Picker, good to see you. Hey, y'all, new sub. Good to see you. I think I've talked to you before in John Coffee Talk and Tech Stream, I believe. So thanks for being here. Appreciate you. Welcome in. We got a lot of great people here. So, all right. So that is the expert. Now the next up is the natural genius. Natural genius, when they struggle to accomplish something, he or she thinks this means they aren't good enough. They are used to learning things easily. And when they struggle to make a piece of content, they feel as though they are an imposter because they don't already know. Again, this is not one that I would consider myself that I fall into. I typically don't have a hard time learning things. I'm a hands-on learner. I have to actually touch things and move them to learn how to use them, learn how to do things. But if I don't know how to do something, it doesn't bother me if I struggle to learn something. So me personally, I don't fall in this category. So far I'm in the perfectionist category. But this category here, does anybody see yourself in this one? Natural geniuses. Sam says, nope, not me. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm sure there's somebody, but I don't know. This one I just can't relate to. I can't relate to this one. Again, there's not much that takes me a lot to learn, but if I don't learn something quickly, I'm okay with going back and studying. It doesn't bother me. Tracy says, so far, I don't think I suffer from imposter syndrome. So you are in that 62%, or I'm sorry, let me go back. You're in that 38% up there. Tracy, you're special. There's some people that don't. There are some people that don't. Either they don't or they're able to just curb it easily. And for the most part, I am. I'm easily able to not let it affect me. I just recognize that it's possible. Ron, definitely hands-on also. I've always been a hands-on learner, yeah. I try new things if I don't know them and try to learn from my mistakes. Yep, absolutely. Mistakes have never bothered me. Obviously, I don't want to make huge mistakes, especially in what I do, my day job. But mistakes don't bother me. I learn from them. Everybody, I've always said mistakes are something that we should welcome. Everybody should welcome mistakes. Mistakes is when you really, really learn. I believe. That's just me, though. So that's the natural genius. The next one is the soloist. So soloists are typically independent people that feel like failures if they have to ask anyone for help, ask questions about a topic, or need to verify information they already know with someone else. This makes them feel like a failure. Again, this one, I don't have issues asking somebody for help. When there's people that already know how to do things that I'm okay with asking them to help me learn. Ecamm, when I first started using Ecamm, funny story, I downloaded Ecamm probably I've been using it now for about 8 months, I think. So I probably downloaded it about a year and a half ago. And when I first downloaded it, was messing around with it, I was like, yeah, I'm not even going to try. This is too hard. I was using StreamYard at the time. I was newer at content creation and didn't even try. And got around to where I wanted to use it again because I was seeing what people were doing with it, the things you could do. So I downloaded it again. And actually, Brian Beards and Banjos, I reached out to him because he was using it. He helped me learn how to use it, and I can never go back now. I don't think I could ever use anything else. An artist is always the biggest critic of their own work. Doesn't matter what the art is, be it content creation or anything else. Absolutely, 100%. Like I said, I think I said this Friday night, at the end of every stream, every video, I watch my content. And Tracy, you asked this, I think you were talking about this in your stream last night. I go back, even before I upload it, I watch it about 5 or 6 times. I go through my initial edits, make my cuts. I go through and I'll watch it again. I usually make a few more cuts if I feel like I'm repeating something too much, or if there's something that doesn't really add as much value to the video. I'll listen to it again, and then I'll go back when I'm satisfied with the cuts. I'll go back and I will do my overlays, so my B-roll video or whatever, those layers. I'll go back and watch again to make sure that fits. I'll add the music because I do background music. I'll go back and watch that again with headphones so I can make sure the music is where I want it. And then I will, once it's all complete, I'm done editing, I go back and watch it again, everything all one piece. So and then once it's uploaded, I usually watch it right away. I usually go upstairs. If Mel's not busy, we'll watch it. Make sure that I didn't miss anything. Live streams, when we're done with live streams, I usually go upstairs and I start watching the live stream again. I'll watch it. I might not watch the whole thing tonight, but between today and tomorrow, I'll go back and rewatch this live stream and just pick apart what I could have done better. Ecamm is totally overwhelming at first. Oh, it really is. It really is. But once you figure it out, and because you use it, once you figure it out, and especially once you get your stream set up, I love the last updates they've done with the profiles and stuff, because once you get your individual profile set up, you really have to not mess with much unless you want to change an overlay. So what'd you do? You went parasailing. What do you say? Nice. We went to St. Thomas. You guys should go parasailing. I'm afraid of heights, but this was awesome. They take pictures if you go up in the air. I don't know about that, man. I like to stay on the ground. We'll see, though. All right, so that's the soloist. Let's see. Mel said, I'm a visual learner. If you try to just tell me something, I typically won't get it until I see it. And Jason, absolutely. If you don't make mistakes, you aren't doing anything, for sure. All right, so last up, we have supermen, superwomen. So supermen, superwomen overexert themselves to work harder than others doing similar content to prove they are not imposters. They feel the need to succeed in all aspects and types of content creation and feel stressed when they are not accomplishing something in some area of content creation. So this one is me. I said in my video this morning, I'm kind of a hybrid. I'm a mix of perfectionist and Superman. The biggest thing here for me is that I will work my tail off to make sure that nobody's working harder than me. I'll sit up until 2, 3, 4 in the morning working. I don't care. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. it usually turns out well, but I'm tired. So, but I will try to work harder than anybody else. I'll say it. I've said it before. I may not be the best content creator, best content coach. I'm not afraid to say I'm not, but there are very few people that'll work harder than me. Very few. I don't know if that's good or bad. Once again, that's either good or bad. I don't know. They had a 3-person parasail. You guys got to get Ken to go with you too. Nah, I'll stay on the ground, man. I'll stay on the ground. I'm a big guy, man. When a big guy gets up in the air and if he falls, that's a big drop. That's a big drop down. So Todd, I'm this one too. Yeah. Yeah, I'm curious. Does anybody else see yourself in this one? The Superman, Superwoman? I will literally, like I said, I'll edit for hours to make sure things are perfect. I'll sit up for hours planning a video. It's just in me to work like that. What's up, Aaron? Good to see you, man. I saw your that video that really took off for you, man. Up to 3,500 views. That's outstanding, man. MD Picker, I've eased off of being a superwoman, realizing that I can't do it all, and it's okay not to be at the top all the time. 100%, absolutely. Yeah, we can't do it all. I mean, as content creators, most of us, 98%. I mean, we're not like, Think Media, Nick Nimmin, those guys that have been doing this for a long time. We don't have teams and we don't have people editing for us. As a content creator, we are producer, editor, graphics designer, makeup artist in some of our cases, everything. Our social media marketers, we are a one-man, one-woman show. So, saw your video. I feel like it's the first two. So you fall under perfectionist and expert. And Becky says none of the above. Nice. Very nice. That video gains you 25 subscribers. There you go, man. There you go. Tracy, live the superwoman life. Don't want that anymore. I'm just looking for fun and happiness. 100%. And it really helps that, and I know you do too, Tracy. I'm sure you do. So I don't, hopefully it doesn't come across that way because that's not what I'm saying. But I absolutely love doing this. So the time that I do put in, it does not bother me whatsoever. It's never a bother. I love doing this stuff. So, but it does get to be tiring. I'll be tired. I'm not doing anything tonight. I don't have any plans to create anything tonight. Once this is done, I'll go upstairs. But those days after where I'm up till 2, 3, 4 in the morning, I am tired the next day. Have many mornings rolling into work with just a few hours of sleep because of editing and planning. Yes. Yeah. Jackie says I fall in this category, also expert, and then there's the reality that this is my second gig. For sure. That's the other thing too. A lot of us still have full-time jobs. We're not full-time creators, so we don't have all day to devote to this. So yeah. 45 till 100. Hey, keep working, man. You'll get there. You want, like that video that you did where you gain subscribers that way. That's the way that you want subscribers. You want people that are going to watch your content, that organic growth. Keep working hard, man. You're going to get there for sure, especially in what you're doing. All right, so those are the 5 different types of imposter syndrome. All right, so we have we're going to talk about some tips here. Some of you may have seen it this morning. Let's see. Is it healthy if your friends subscribe on multiple channels? I don't think it's healthy. I'm not a fan of that. No. It's in the long run, is it going to hurt? Probably not. If you have a few friends that do it, a little bit of an anomaly number like that's not going to hurt you. But, if your whole channel is built on, everybody having, burner accounts and go subscribe from 5 channels. Well, even if your friend watches from 1 channel, right? Let's say they watch from one of those 5, that's still 4 more of your subscriber count that is not watching your videos. Again, your subscriber count does not matter. And that's important in this topic also. Subscriber count is really not the most important thing. Now, sure, a subscriber count looks good. And when you start talking about sponsorships and, maybe working with companies and things like that, companies want to see high subscriber counts because they want to know that you have a reach. But when it comes to your content and the algorithm and all of that good stuff, your videos getting out there, your subscriber count is not the most important thing. What's important is watch time. And so if you have 100 subscribers that are all 100 actual bodies, people that are watching from 100 unique accounts, then your watch time is going to be better. If those 100 subscribers are from 25 people with 4 accounts, then that's really not a good thing for your channel. Yeah, absolutely. Really no benefit. Yeah. I feel like I've fallen into the perfectionist category the most. A couple of the others slightly also. Yeah. And yep, you need watch time. And I'll admit, early on, before I really knew how this stuff worked, I was that guy like, hey, you got an extra account? Come subscribe. Come subscribe. You have an extra account. Once you really learn how this stuff works and how YouTube, works, then you understand that that's not a good thing. And you'll see it. And you'll see it in live streams and stuff. You'll see people like, hey, this guy's almost to 200. Let's get him there. If you have any other accounts, go subscribe. They'll help each other out. I mean, I'm not judging or anybody for doing that, but for the actual channel, it's just not a good thing. You're not going to have sustained growth and success with that kind of a strategy. Best thing you can do is create content that your audience wants. Give people what they need, solve their problems, meet their pain points. Give people what they want, they're going to subscribe and watch. That's the best thing you can do. And then the growth is going to be organic and you're going to do a whole lot better in the long run. I would rather have 2 years of very, very slow growth if that slow growth means that once I get to that point, that it's going to be sustained. My flaw is promoting. Yeah, a lot of people just don't know how to promote, especially on social media. That's something that I still kind of work on figuring out also. If I could figure out IG Reels, that'd be awesome. I'll have a reel that'll do, a couple thousand views, and I'll have one that'll do 250. I don't, it's timing, it's hashtags, whatever. But I'm working on it. I'm going to figure it out. I'm definitely going to. All right, before we go too much further, for those of you that are here, that are still here, you devoted people, we have a surprise tonight. So let's bring this music down real quick because I got something to play for you guys.
Are you ready? No, I said, are you ready? Here we go.
Yes, we are doing a giveaway tonight, you guys. I did not know about this until last night, and when I did find out about it, I told Mel that I'm not gonna advertise it. I'm not gonna say we're doing a giveaway. The people that are here that are here in the stream, they will be in the giveaway. That's how that's gonna work. So I appreciate you guys being here. Yep, we are. Is it cookies? It may be. So listen, so Mel made these last night. These are, I think she's going to put it in the chat. Oh, hold on. What is up, Mike? Good to see you, brother. What is going on, family? Cribs here. It's good to see you, man. I hope you're doing well. Hope you are doing well, man. So yeah, Mel, if you don't mind, throw in the chat what these, I know that they are maraschino cherry, chocolate chip, something or another. I'm gonna wait for her comments here. I need to get the wheel ready too. But basically, these are maraschino cherry chocolate chip. I've already had like 6. Now these were wrapped up when she baked them yesterday. I had my own stash I've been eating on, so these have been wrapped up since they came out of the oven and cooled. Yeah, here we go. They are homemade maraschino cherry amaretto chocolate chip cookies. They are fantastic. So just to be clear and put this out there, these are home baked. Our house is clean, all that stuff. She bakes. For those of you that are in here from that were not part of my beer channel, this is something she does all the time. She bakes cookies. We've done charity giveaways and stuff like that. So they are home baked, just to make sure that you guys know that. So if you're not comfortable with that, then absolutely no hard feelings. I would just say don't enter for it because they are home baked. They're also, I do think that they are, Mel, correct me if I'm wrong, but I do think that if you have a nut allergy, you probably can't eat these. Am I right about that? Yeah, these are the ones she posted last night, Mark. Absolutely. So let me get my picker wheel ready here. give you guys some music while we do this. I forgot we were doing this, or I would have had this ready already. All right, so here we go. We have 20 here. Okay. Almost there. I should have been prepared, right? I forgot we were doing this. So, MD Picker, she, so we started a diet tomorrow, right? And from ours that she baked that we kept here, I think there's like 4 left up there. So we're going to polish those off tonight. And then tomorrow we start a cookie-free, sugar-free, boring diet. So yeah. Oh, they are so good. Okay, so yeah, tree nuts, almond extract, and amaretto. So if you do have a tree nut allergy, then you won't want to enter for this. I don't want to make anybody sick at all. So keep that in mind. For a fellow sad Packers fan, you should send them my way. Hey, this giveaway here is fully transparent. It's going to be on screen, so you guys will see it. Yep, Swag's had them before. He's had them. Hot Tub Lady's going to make an amaretto sour. Don't go anywhere yet. Don't go anywhere yet. So this is what I'm going to do. Let me do my screen share. All right, so we're going to do this random number wheel. So let me shuffle this around. So the number range, as you can see, is 0 through 12. So the giveaway rules, please only enter one time. Pick a number between 0 and 12. One pick. You know, the internet's going to prioritize your answers. So I haven't done one of these in a while. We always did these on the Beard channel, but I don't do them very often here. The internet's going to prioritize your answers. So what that means is when you see the number come across on your screen, you may see it or you will see it before anybody else. So if there's 2 people with the same number, because of the way the internet works, it gets from your phone to YouTube and then here to my side, you may get prioritized, but we will pick the first number that is in the chat, and that range is again is 0 through 12. So I'm going to shuffle this a few times, and we will roll in just a second. Give everybody a chance to get their numbers in. Again, this is just a thank you to you guys that are here, that are hanging out. We didn't advertise this. We never said we were doing a giveaway. Just wanted to share this with you. Hey, what's up, Gary? Good to see you, man. Who shared this? Hey, what's up, Tim? Good to see you, man. All right. I think we have probably everybody's number in. Russ, I see your number there. I'll give you guys just a few more seconds. This is the anticipation, right? What's the number going to be? All right, we're going to go in 10. About 10 more seconds, and then I'll give the stream lag a chance to go. Nick, you went twice, but it's the same number, so I'll let it go, man. Gary, hope you're doing well, man. All right, so we're going to spin. You'll see the number spin on screen, and then I'll go back through the chat and see who has that number first. So here we go. All right, so number 3. Do we have a number 3? We do. I see a number 3. Let me make sure I don't see one before that. All right, and I don't. I just want to be sure. I don't want to mess this up. All right, so the first 3 I'll see on my screen is Mrs. Brew City Becky. Congratulations. We will, I think Mel's going to go take these tomorrow. I think she's going to take these to UPS tomorrow. So these will come by UPS. They're already packed up. She just has to put, if you don't mind, Becky, send your address to her on IG. She may have it. I'm not sure. But just in case, just send that to her if you don't mind. So, yeah, congratulations. You guys don't mind? Throw a congrats in the chat for her. That is awesome. And these are fantastic. You and Scott are going to love these. And this is something we do every now and then. Mel bakes cookies all the time, so this is something that'll happen from time to time. Not all the time, but you know, just our way of saying thank you guys for support and just always being here. So yeah, I appreciate you all. Hey, what's up, Brandon? Good to see you, man. Hope you're doing well. All right, let's go back to the music. I think I just killed it. All right. Ron, we got you, man. We got you. Can I be cruel and spend one more time to see if you win? You won't? Nah, I won't do that because it's somebody else's number. Let's go on to so the tips. Yep. So there you go. Congrats, Becky. Please DM your address and they'll go out tomorrow through UPS. So Eric, we used to have them on my website, on my old website. She doesn't really do them regularly anymore because she homeschools and with everything going on, it's not something she has time to do all the time like she used to. So we don't have them on the website. That could be something we do again at some point. We've never figured out really a good way to do that because of, she's got one oven and the time that she is able, how many orders she can make, and then the different laws surrounding like actually selling baked goods out of a home business through the mail. That's stuff we've always kind of looked at. So that could be something we do at some point. Obviously, totally up to her. But yeah, no, at this point we don't actually sell them. Yeah, absolutely. She kills it. She tells me when we're doing one. I never have any idea until she says, "Hey, let's do one." So I will tell you guys, February 14th, we're doing a stream. It's basically a Valentine's Day stream. She'll be on screen with me. We're still going to do some content creation talk, but it's also going to be kind of a date night hangout. So if you are not busy on a Monday night for Valentine's Day, we're going out the weekend before. So we're still doing our Valentine's Day thing, but we'll be here. We have a couple of giveaways that night planned. Definitely some cookies, I think she said. And yeah, I've got something special for you guys. So again, just a way of saying thank you. It's not something we do all the time, but just a way to say thank you all. All right, so let's talk about tips for dealing with imposter syndrome. So again, imposter syndrome is something that when somebody feels imposter syndrome, if it's truly imposter syndrome, then it's something that, number one, there's the feeling of not being good enough, that your accomplishments don't matter that much. At the same time, there's also evidence that that's not the case. So really, it's kind of a feeling that's really not founded, right? So you're fully qualified to do what you're doing or talk about what you're talking about, but you don't feel like you are. I did mention in the video that, I do want to be careful because there are certainly creators, and I'm definitely not talking about anybody in here for sure, but there are creators sometimes you see that may not be qualified to talk about what they're talking about. You may consider them a fraud, whatever. There's nobody, this is by no means a negative, calling anybody out, nothing like that, but that does exist, right? I think we have to be honest about the fact that does exist. So when we're talking about that kind of thing, we're not really talking about imposter syndrome at that point. Those two elements have to be there. You have to have those feelings about yourself and your content, and there's the evidence that really stands against the fact that you feel that way because you do have the accomplishments. So, Todd, I like that. That sounds good. I smell a Christmas cookie bake-off happening. At least by Christmas, we'll be done with our diet. So yeah. Yeah, there's several people in here have had the cookies, yeah. I love cookies, so I buy them just based off y'all reacting. So amazing to them. Heck, I order Turkish pistachios every month from Turkey. Oh, wow. Nice. We have a Korean restaurant in our area that I love, but they'll close sometimes because they order food and stuff from Korea. She will import it from there, and if she doesn't have what she needs, the specific rice or whatever, she'll close for like weeks at a time while she's waiting on things to get there. So yeah. All right, so the first tip that I would have for dealing with imposter syndrome is check your goals. Check your goals and your reasons why you're doing content creation, right? It's so easy, and I've done this to myself, it's so easy to have unrealistic expectations. I know people that start a YouTube channel and they're like, yeah, I'm going to have 1,000 subscribers by next month. By 6 months from now, I'm going to have 1,000. It's going to be successful. I'm going to make money. Companies are going to want to work with me, all this kind of thing. And As most of you in here know, that is just simply not the case. It's a lot of hard work. The average time that it takes for a content creator to hit 1,000 subscribers is 22 months. And the reason why I use 1,000 subscribers is that's kind of like that first goal that we all have, right? 1,000 subscribers is when you can apply for monetization. That's when you can make money off ad revenue, even though it's not much at 1,000. I mean, honestly, I'm transparent about it. I don't care. I've got, my first channel, Bluegrass Beard, it is monetized, and I probably, $100 every 2 months right now because I'm a little less consistent on that channel. It was a little bit more before, but when you hit that 1,000 subscribers, it's not like you're rolling in the money, but it takes 22 months on average, and that 22 months is with consistent uploads, with following best practices, with working every video to improve, all that kind of thing. So the point to that is that it takes a long time to find success on YouTube. It's a lot of hard work, hundreds of videos. It's a hard work, long process. So you have to be realistic about your goals. That way you don't, become discouraged when you don't meet those goals. So you have to set realistic goals. If your goals are unrealistic, it's going to be hard to stay encouraged. You have to understand that it takes a while to get there. So that's just something we have to know. Can't put a timeline on gaining subs. Absolutely. When it comes to content creation, do your thing. Create your content. Give your audience what they want. Don't even look at numbers. If you can help it, don't look at numbers. Don't refresh TubeBuddy. Don't refresh YouTube Studio. Clearly you have to look at, because you have to know how things are going. Analytics are going to tell you, this sort of video does well, so focus on doing this or whatever. But I'm talking like refreshing TubeBuddy every, couple of hours to see what's going on, or, YouTube Studio. You don't want to do that. It can get discouraging. So, you can't put a timeline on it for sure. I feel like I'm copying someone's style and thumbnails, but I know I'm not. I mean, look, man, there are so many thumbnails out there. I can't say that I've seen anybody, but I mean, it's possible. It doesn't mean you're copying it. It just means that, we have kind of different, or there's people that kind of have the same creative. I mean, it's the same thing with music and everything, right? You can take different songs you've heard and then you can say that they sound similar. Just because we kind of, the things we see, the things we learn, sometimes we kind of do those things, right? Without even thinking about it. So, be realistic about the goals and got to be consistent. Care about the numbers and not care at the same time. Absolutely. You said that much easier than I did trying to explain that. That's exactly what I was saying. Yeah. You got to care and not care at the same time. You got to care enough that you know the direction of your channel, but not care so much that you become discouraged by those numbers. So, all right. So that's one. Now the second one, pay attention to your successes. Where I said when it comes to the perfectionist and the Superman, it's so easy to focus on the mistakes and the negatives and the bad things that happen and the bad days. Focus on the positives. Pay attention to your successes. Think about the good things that you've done. I'll use Aaron as an example. He just had a video. His channel's brand new. He's got 45 subscribers. He had a video that hit 3,500 views. That is awesome. But not every video at that level is going to be that way. You're going to have a video maybe that does several thousand views, and then your next 10 videos, your next 20 videos won't be like that at all. So it's, just keep that in mind. Focus on the positives. Let that drive you. Try to ignore the negatives. Learn from the mistakes. Tweak what you have to tweak, but don't dwell on those. That's something that I can do if I'm not careful. I'll think about the bad days. This reel didn't get that many views. This YouTube video didn't do that well. It's okay. It's okay. I saw a tweet today, and I don't remember the creator's name. It's not somebody that I follow. If you guys are on Twitter, you know how it works. Twitter will just kind of send you'll see tweets from time to time, people you don't follow. Basically, in this tweet, though, he said that he posted this video 5 months ago. The video did terrible, and for some reason, over this past weekend, it just took off. You never know when a video is going to take off, so don't become discouraged. Day one, week one, month one. I call it inspired. Yes. Absolutely, Dagan. There's too many people out there for things not to be similar. Yeah. Yep. I mean, when I was doing product reviews, when I was doing beer product reviews, obviously I watched a ton of reviews before that, before I really got into content creation, and you learn what you see. So there's things that I do that are similar to others, but the important thing, you take what you learn, what you've seen, make it your own. You're going to see things. Ken, what kind of hat is that? So this is the Ecamm Live from their merch store. Little blacked out, murdered out Ecamm logo on a black hat. I ordered it last week and it came in today. So yeah. What's up, Ray? Good to see you, man. Good to see you, brother. Hope you're doing well. All right, so that's the second tip. Pay attention to success. Third, don't be afraid to ask for help. Now, this is something really, really important to me that I am huge on, is choosing your circle. You have people that you trust, that you can talk to. You know, listen, I don't know how many of you are like me, but there are people out there that when you ask them, how was that video? What do you think about the video that went out today? What do you think about that post? You know, a lot of times people want to support you, and it's a great thing, but a lot of times people are like, yeah, that was great, man. That was a good video, good job, great post. You need that. You need people that encourage you like that, but you also need a circle of people that you trust that will tell you if something is garbage. One of those guys for me is Dan C. I know that I can ask Dan about something, and Dan will tell me straight up if it's trash. And I love that. I respect that. I need that. Every creator needs that. You need a circle of people that are going to be honest and keep it real with you. That's the only way you're going to improve and get better. So don't be afraid to ask for help. Learn to accept positive feedback. This is something I struggle with. I'm terrible at taking positive feedback. I don't know why. I just am. It's kind of like the whole, and I sort of quit. I don't even really want to say this, but it's sort of like the whole military thing. Like when somebody says thank you for your service, please, nobody in the chat say it. Please don't. Because that's not why I'm saying this. But when somebody does say that, I still to this day don't know how to take that. I'm like, you know, thank you. And it's not a personal thing. It's not like I don't appreciate it, but I just don't take positive feedback well, right? Don't be afraid to take positive feedback. Don't be afraid to take negative feedback. Don't be afraid to take constructive criticism, especially from the people that you trust, because you know it's coming from a place of love. It's coming from a place of people that want to help you. So don't be afraid of any of that. Find your tribe for sure. I have the 24-hour rule I learned in football: celebrate or be angry, but once the 24 hours is up, you focus on the next game. Look, yeah, as a Packers fan, let's do this. Let's do this because we do this every week. It's okay.
Go, Pack, go!
As a Packers fan, yeah, I'm still that loss in the playoffs. That was one of the most painful losses I've ever seen as a fan. But you're absolutely right. Celebrate or be angry. On to the next game. Bill Belichick, is it him that says we're on to Cleveland? Something like that. So yeah, you gotta move on and roll with it. Change it up for you guys. Really hard to find that honest help. It really is. I mean, you have to find people that you trust for sure. I'm fortunate to say that I do have those guys. I've got a close circle of guys that I trust that'll tell me like it is. It just makes you better. I've asked for Ken's feedback on my work before. Yeah, and you do some great work, man. Your videography stuff is good. The stuff that you've sent to me and showed me, yeah. Aaron, I appreciate that, man. I'll always be honest with you. I won't say who this is or share anything about it, but I had somebody reach out to me last night. They wanted me to give them some feedback on something they're working on. It has nothing to do with the channel. It's not content creation. But they want to send me something so I can give them some feedback. And I told them, like, look, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to tell you, exactly what I think. And if you're reaching out to me and asking me for help, I think the best thing that I can do is to be honest with you. If it's bad, I'm going to respectfully tell you. But if you're asking me for help, that's the best thing. The worst thing that I could do is say, oh yeah, this is great. And then you go and you put this video out or you sell this product or whatever, and it's not good, because then, people are going to figure out pretty quick that it's not good. I did you no service by doing that. So, got to be honest. Yeah. That is one way. It's just always weird to me still, And I know you're the same way. the armies where me and Mel met, so we're both kind of the same way on that. But yeah, Jason's ready for bed. Hey, we're gonna be doing this or that in just a minute, but if you have to go, man, absolutely appreciate you being here. I know that you have to get up and work earlier, I think, than I do, so appreciate you as always, Jason. So those are the tips I have. I don't know if you guys in the chat, if you guys have any other tips you want to throw out there, feel free. If you have any questions about this or any other topic, we can do a little Q&A. If there's anything we need to cover. If not, we'll do a this or that. I've got some stuff picked out. We'll go through, we'll have a little fun this or that session, and then we'll start to wrap up for the night. So, yeah, I think, yeah, that's a good way to do it, yeah. I tell you what really bugs me. I probably shouldn't go off on this tangent, but one thing that does make it hard, I don't know about where you guys live, but where I live, there's a lot of military around here, is the people, you know, we call it stolen valor. Those guys ruined a lot of that for me because, like, I'll be the first to show my ID somewhere if I need to or whatever, because I'm like, look, I don't want you to think that I'm fake. Those guys, anyway, I'll leave that one alone, but yeah, a lot of that. If you know what I'm talking about, if you know what stolen valor is, you know what I'm talking about. If you don't, then good. I'm glad you don't know, because it's a travesty. All right, so let me go back to what I had. All right, so again, we're going to do this or that. Now, this or that is just a list of questions. Again, I use Poddex. Poddex is an app that I found actually through the guy that created it. We follow each other on IG. Great dude. His name's Travis. I'm not a sponsor for him or anything. I don't make anything off of Poddex. I just love it, so I always say what I'm using. So let's do some this or that, and we will start to close out for the night. All right, so the way this works is the questions will pop up. These are random, so I don't know what each one is except for the first one when I open the app. So I only know what the first one is. The next question, I have no clue. So we'll go through some of these. Basically, read the question. I'll read it to you. And pick one or answer whatever the question asks for. I think this pod deck is called Would You Rather, so kind of the same thing. And you have to pick one. You have to pick one from the choices. So, you know, if one came up and said, because I'll tell you, Mel, she does not like Burger King or White Castle. So if it says Burger King or White Castle, you have to pick one. That's the rules. I don't have any sports questions tonight. No, Aaron. Maybe we'll do that Friday. Maybe we'll do that on Friday. All right, so the first question, would you rather have a magic button that erases songs you hate or bad movies from being released? Would you rather have a magic button that erases songs you hate or bad movies from being released? I could go with either one of those, honestly, but I have to pick, right? That's the rules. Let's see what you guys have to say. So Becky says songs. So erase the songs. Aaron says movies. MD Picker says bad movies. Ron, songs I hate. Songs. Bad movies. Songs. I think I have my answer. I had to figure out the logic in my head, but I think I have my answer. Bad movie. Songs I hate, bad movies can be fun. Oh yeah, Todd. I don't know how many of you have Netflix, but there's a movie that was on Netflix that this came up at work like several years ago. The movie was called, I think it was called Rubber, and it was about a tire named Robert. This tire basically came to life, and it was a horror movie. Yeah, those kind of movies. Bad movies can be fun. That's one you sit and laugh at because it's so stupid. Aaron Rodgers, I am banning you from my channel, sir. You are banned. You're blocked. I'm just kidding. But how can you not like Back to the Future, man? Songs, my milkshake brings all the boys. There you go. Songs, they stick in your head too easily. All right, I'm going to give my answer. I'm kind of with Tracy on this one. All of you that said songs, I would rather have a magic button that erases songs that I hate. I listen to music pretty much all day long. I'll throw on a YouTube music playlist or, you know, Pandora or whatever I just happen to do that day. And if I could erase every song that I hated, every playlist that I picked, no matter what, would be perfect. We only watch movies when we want to, when we turn on Netflix or whatever. So I think the songs being erased would be easier for me because I could just play the playlist and be good. Every song I would love. Zeb listens to music more than I watch movies, so songs. Yep, Jackie says songs. Yep, that's my answer too, songs. All right, what do we got next? Would you rather drive a... Why did that not change on my screen? It quit working. I don't know why. Let me reconnect here. All right, there we go. Would you rather drive in a NASCAR race or be a jockey at the Kentucky Derby? Would you rather drive in a NASCAR race or be a jockey? I was driving today and had an amazing set of songs on the radio. Red Hot Chili Peppers, Under the Bridge. Aaron, I'm surprised you know who Red Hot Chili Peppers are, sir. You're like 17 years old. Or 23. Which one? 23, right? Would you rather drive in a NASCAR race or be a jockey at the Derby? NASCAR. I'm going to go ahead and say NASCAR right off the top. I have no interest in riding a horse in a horse race. So let's see. NASCAR. So far, it's pretty one-sided here, NASCAR. All right, Mel says jockey, so she'll ride the horse and I'll drive the car. NASCAR. Oh, you're going this Sunday. That's awesome. Are you going to do NASCAR stuff on your channel, Aaron, or no? Race, so NASCAR. Yeah, I think it would have to be, call me Ricky Bobby. I can't say the whole quote, but you know, look, I wake up in the morning and I'm going to stop there. You guys know it, though. NASCAR, I'm 6 foot. That poor horse would die. Yeah, you're pretty much disqualified at 6 foot. I think the typical jockey is like 5'4", 5'3", 5'4", 5'5", somewhere in that range. Todd says jockey. I don't want to poop my pants. I hear you, man. NASCAR because I would break the horse's back. Yeah, me too. Kind of what I said earlier with parasailing, right? I'm a big dude. I don't know how well that would go. My horse would be slow. You think NASCAR is a dying sport? I mean, I don't watch NASCAR. I haven't really watched much NASCAR in several years at this point, but you think it's a dying sport? Aaron, I'm not putting that comment up, man. I'm not going to put Zeb out like that. You guys can work that out. That's between you guys, brother. Well, Zeb, okay, all right. Zeb said it right when you did. So Zeb is the perfect jockey size. They said it at the same time, so I guess Zeb must have known it was coming. So Zeb Beards is the perfect jockey size. There you go. Jackie says NASCAR. I fell off a horse once. Ouch. Hope you were okay. I mean, I know you're okay right now, but I've seen some horse. You know, people fall off of horses and it turns out pretty bad. So MD Picker would be the perfect size for being a jockey. There you go. Yeah, so right there. I mean, Mel's in that range also, so yeah, better for the horse. All right. What do we have next? Would you rather carry a doll around to pretend it's real or talk to yourself out loud in front of others? Carry a doll around to pretend it's real or talk to yourself out loud in front of others. Hey, what's up? Good to see you, Tommy. He says, yep, NASCAR is dying. Dover Downs is in my backyard. They have to take out stands every year to appear full. It's interesting. I don't keep up with NASCAR at all, but I didn't realize it was a dying sport. Yep, Team Young Bucks, absolutely. All right, so would you rather carry a doll around and pretend it's real or talk to yourself out loud in front of others? I'm going to go with talk to myself. I think carrying a doll around would be weird, especially for a 40-year-old middle-aged man. That may not come across very well out in public. So I'm going to say talk to yourself out loud. That's what I'm going with. So we got talk to self. Tracy talks to herself all the time, so we're good. Ron talks to himself, so do it anyway. Tommy walks around talking to himself while he's carrying a doll, so he's got both covered. He's good. Becky says, talk to myself. Doll, practice for being a great dad. Hey, that's a great answer, man. Look, I mean, at this point, my kids are teenagers. I've kept them alive this long. I think I'm good. Bristol is a big race and is struggling. Man, Bristol, when I was in a NASCAR many years ago, Bristol used to be my favorite race. I love short tracks, so I used to love Bristol. If they're struggling to fill that one up, it's a small stadium anyway. Jason talks to himself. Nicholas E says talk to self. Talk to yourself. Heck, content creators already do it. You ain't lying, man. You ain't lying. Yep. Talk to myself. People do it all the time. Yeah, I think that was a pretty easy question. Yeah. Yep. We'll all talk to ourselves. Yep. All right, what's next? Ugh. All right. Remember, you have to answer. You have to answer. That's the rules. Would you rather eat a banana peel or a bird feather? And Jackie says, talk to myself out loud. Yeah, we're probably all used to it by now anyway. We sit in our rooms and talk by ourselves anyway, looking at a camera, so. Ken, you need to bring the heat. I don't know what you are meaning with that, Aaron. You'd have to clarify, man. Hey, Nate, how are you? Good to see you, brother. Ferocious in the house. What's up, Nate? So would you rather eat a banana peel or a bird feather? I guess I'm going banana peel on this one. At least it's actually food, right? Banana peel. Banana peel. I'm guessing this is mostly... Oh, nope. There is a bird feather. Okay. Yeah, banana peel. I don't know about eating a feather. Banana peel. Banana peel. Banana peel. Bird feather, I'd have it hanging out of my mouth like a stick of wheat. Now, I've done that before. Obviously, living in the country, growing up in the country, I've done that. But actually eating it, I don't know about that. With the question, they are easy. Until this one, I'll be a feather. Oh, you're saying bring the heat on the questions. Hey, these are random, man. That's what I love about pod decks. I don't have to know ahead of time what they are. So, yeah, banana. Banana peels are nasty, but so are bird feathers, man. Banana peel. I don't know. Either way, that's not a good option. All right, what do we got? 820. Okay. All right, would you rather enter a secret portal to an alternate universe or a secret door to the afterlife? That is a deep question. Getting philosophical here. What about blue banana? I'm still waiting on some of those blue bananas. We have to order. I need to get Andy to send some of those because I want to try it. For those of you that don't know what blue bananas are, out in Arizona, there are literally blue bananas that supposedly taste like ice cream. No joke. No kidding. All right, Eric, have a good night, man. Thanks for hanging out. I forgot you had a bird, Ron. I forgot about that. You used to see him on live streams and stuff, yeah. So, yeah, there is a blue banana out in Arizona that tastes like ice cream. We have to get Andy to send us some of those. Nicholas E. would cook the banana peel. So this is a deep question. Secret portal to an alternate universe or secret door to the afterlife? Ray says afterlife. So many things left unsaid. Man, isn't that the truth? Alternate universe. Becky says alternate universe. I think with this one, I think that I am going to go... Man, this one's tough, but I think I'm going to go afterlife. I'm going to go afterlife. It'd be cool to see my sister again, so that'd be awesome. You know, my grandmother. Yeah, Mel's going with afterlife also. It'd be cool to get to talk to people one more time, yeah. That's a deep question. Travis says afterlife. Ron says alternate universe. So portal... Okay, portal to the alternate universe. There you go. Tracy says alternate universe. I'd leave afterlife for the right time. There's really no bad answer. That's a great answer. Jason says afterlife. Aaron, whose show is this, man? Whose show is this? I'm just kidding. I'll throw that one up there in a second. Just picking on you, Aaron. You know I'm messing with you, man. So what do you say here? Would you rather live the life of your idol for a day, or with the knowledge you have now, go back to freshman year of high school, and up to you if you change your past? I am going to go... Who's my idol, first of all? Do I have one? Do I have an idol? There's a lot of people that I respect. I don't know if I idolize anybody. All right, so Nate says, to answer your poll question, yes, it's very easy to think you bombed on your show, but afterward people thank you for such a great show. Internal perceptions for me and external perceptions for them, 100%. This is one thing that I've learned a lot after, I don't even know how many live streams I've done now at this point, over the last almost 3 years. But this is something I've learned. I'll go back. I'll be sitting here the entire time. It's not so bad anymore, but I'll be sitting here the entire time thinking that this live stream is trash and I'm doing a terrible job. And then I'll get a lot of great feedback and I'll go back and watch it, and watching it back, I'm like, yeah, that wasn't bad at all. Not bad. So yeah, we all judge our stuff harder than anybody else for sure. So that's a great answer. May as well check out another universe. Travis says, change my past. The tough thing about that is, I've always been the type of person that believes, for me, obviously, I'm speaking for me, that everything happens for a reason, and that things that where we were meant to be. I truly, truly believe that. So I would never really want to change my past. There's things that I would love to, that really kind of suck to go through or whatever, but do I want to change anything? No, because we're here where we are now because of our past. So I can't say I want to change anything, but that's not saying you're wrong. Just kind of speaking my piece on that. So I'd take the day as an idol. I just don't know who my idol is. Idol, my life is exactly where it's meant to be right now. Wouldn't change a thing. Ray, absolutely, man. We are in agreement on that, sir. Life of your idol, not going back to... Yeah, besides that, I don't want to go back to my freshman year. Aaron, the difference in you and I, your freshman year was like 3 years ago. Maybe 5 years ago. My freshman year was... I got to count on more than 2 hands. My freshman year was 24 years ago. Idol. Thanks, Ron. I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. Absolutely love doing these. Love hanging out with you guys. Really enjoy this. And I've really gotten to the point where I love doing these live streams by myself. I used to always do interview live streams, but I love coming on here and talking topics and hanging out this way. I've really gotten to love it. Aaron says, I'm living the life of my idol. See how they do it and learn from it. Oh, 2013. So, okay, so you've been graduated almost 10 years. There you go. There you go. Yeah, absolutely, Ron. We both love you, brother. We appreciate you, man. All right, let's do one more. We'll do one more question. This is really going to be an easy one, I think, but we'll do one more after this because I think this one's easy, and then we'll start to wrap up for the night. Would you rather be called weird or rude? Would you rather be called weird or rude? This one's easy for me. I never want to be known as the person that's rude, so I'm going to go with weird. There's probably things about me that are weird. I'm sure there's things about me Mel thinks is weird, so I'm good with it. Yep, graduated in 2017. Freshman year was 2013. When you graduated high school, I had already been out of the Army for 12 years, man. Thanks for making me feel old, sir. My freshman year was 39 years ago. So MD Picker says weird. Vato, I don't believe that. I don't believe that, man. You don't want to be known as being rude. But hey, that's your answer. I know you're not a rude person. I like the lives when you brought people live with you and asked questions and talked about their channel. Oh, dude, we're still doing those. We're going to have Beard Laws will be on February 14th, maybe February 7th or 14th. We're still going to mix those in for sure because I love interviewing and getting to know people also. It's going to be a mix of both. Weird, that means you aren't afraid to be yourself. Absolutely. Weird all the way. Weird. My idol is John Boy from John Boy Media. I don't know who that is. I'd rather be rude because truth hurts. Well, I mean, I hear what you're saying. You can be truthful without being rude, though, I think is kind of my view on that. I can be honest with somebody and be truthful without being rude about it. So, not saying you're wrong, just saying that's kind of my view on that. Weird. Weird. Absolutely, age is just a number. I am 40 years young. Yes. Weird. My wife and daughter think I'm weird already. Man, and I know you do too. I got 3 teenagers, man. Well, almost 3 teenagers. They all think I'm weird. It's all good. I'm weird. I always thrive. Always live to show love and positivity. Don't ever want to come across as rude. Yep, same here. Johnny Grooms, what's up, man? Good to see you. Yep, good to see you, Johnny. Hope you're doing well, man. Even though we talk every day. Johnny's one of those guys that, what I was talking earlier, somebody in your circle. This is one of those guys for me. Johnny, I know will tell me how it is. He'll even tell me to buy extra ketchup because we're going to have a ketchup shortage. And maybe I misunderstood that it was going to be a ketchup shortage. And we bought 13 or 14 bottles of ketchup and I had it wrong. But no, Johnny's one of those guys for me, man. He's one of my guys, so. They will call you rude if you say the truth that hurts. Well, yeah, I mean, and trust me, I'm not arguing or saying you're wrong. People can say that I'm rude if they want, but if I'm not rude, then that's just their feeling and that's on them. As long as I'm not being rude, then I know I'm good. Nate says, weird, especially the older I get, I am more inclined to take chances I would not have done in my past. Weird is the new normal. Yes, absolutely. Weird is... Nick, I don't know if I understand, man, Nicholas Z. Weird is weird question. Kevin made it back. Good to see you, man. Yeah, would rather be weird than rude. Yeah, that's where I'm at too. That's where I'm at. Johnny, we still have up there, we were talking about this the other day, I think we still have like 5 bottles of ketchup left. So the backstory on this, Johnny Grooms, oh man, I don't even know how long ago now, several months ago, we were talking about, product shortages and stuff like that. He told me, we were in an IG video chat, he told me that there was a ketchup shortage and it was ketchup packets, but I understood it to be a worldwide ketchup shortage. So I told Mel, because we eat ketchup all the time, I told Mel, like, you need to buy ketchup because there's a shortage. So she went to Sam's and bought 20 bottles of the big, huge ketchups. We've had ketchup for days, for months. So that was my misunderstanding, and I get reminded of that a lot. John Boy is a guy who started his company from a podcast about the Yankees, and in 3 years he quit his job for podcast full time, and now he has a huge office space in downtown Manhattan. That's awesome. Ron is out of ketchup. Dude, I can send you a bottle. I can send you one. I hope it's Heinz ketchup. That's the best. 100%. There is no other ketchup besides Heinz. That's the only acceptable ketchup. And if you say anything else, you're just wrong. I'm sorry. Heinz, it has to be, yeah. However, both weird and rude are very subjective. They can be. You can. There's definitely. It's funny to me. There's people like when we go up north, so we go up to Wisconsin. There's people that don't like to be called sir, ma'am, but down in the South, that's the way we're taught. We're growing up saying sir, ma'am. So to some people, if you call them sir or ma'am, it's rude because they feel that you're saying they're old. But for me, it's just a sign of respect. So that's a good example of that. Does ketchup belong on hot dogs? Yes, it does. And if you say no, Aaron, I'm sorry, but you're wrong. My hot dogs are ketchup, mustard, relish, and sauerkraut. Yeah, Hunts people, yeah. All right, we will do one more, and then we're going to close it out. I guess we're going to close it out this way. Would you rather burp bubbles or fart green fumes? I guess this is the next random question. If you want to answer it, great. If not, that's great too. But we're going to end the show with this outstanding question. So, I'm going to go with burp. That's my answer. Ketchup is the fastest way to ruin a hot dog. No, sir. No. Ketchup goes on everything. Who puts ketchup on eggs? I'm curious. We do. We put ketchup on our eggs. Ketchup and relish on... Or Kevin, no, is there a legit ketchup shortage? There's not. Many months ago, or at least not that I know of, several months ago, there was a ketchup packet shortage for restaurants. Johnny, I think that's right? It was the ketchup packet shortage. Restaurants, I guess, were having a hard time getting the packets, and I just misunderstood the conversation. As far as I know, there's never been an actual ketchup shortage. So let's see. We got Bubbles. What's up, Tyson? Good to see you, man. We got Bubbles. All right, Beard Winner. He's okay with the green fumes. See, but that just tells on you, man. It can't be silent. That just tells on you. Then people know. Ketchup and relish on bratwurst are amazing. Yes. We got Bubbles. Bubbles. Aaron's okay with the green fumes. I will say that it sounds rude to say here in the South, did you not know? Fill in the blank versus did you know? Yeah, for sure. I can see that. It's funny, whenever me and Mel first met, I was telling her what bless your heart meant. You know, bless your heart can be positive or negative depending on the way that it's used in the context of the conversation. A lot of times when you're saying bless your heart, it's really not a compliment. So if you're in the South, you probably know what I'm talking about. Yeah, I'm going with that one also. Johnny says that would be awesome. Hey, we ended the show with a question that it is what it is, right? It's random questions. Burp, bubble, that would be very fun. Looking at the ketchup comments. Dean says I'd rather burp bubbles. Good to see you, Dean. Good to see you, brother. Burp bubbles. Ketchup on hash browns with over easy eggs. Oh yeah, I put ketchup on everything. Burp bubbles. It's funny, you guys must like this question because I've got more answers for this one. This is great. I doubt anybody. No, a couple of people picked it already, Ron. There's some people that are okay with that. I've heard you say this before, and you're weird. So you're weird. That's okay though. Okay, so the stock was going to take a hit because they lost major accounts, so buy low. Oh, and Kraft. Okay, Kraft. Fat, they always blame me. I hear you, man. Chili meat on hot dogs is great. It is. Ketchup and salsa on eggs, yep. Did I skip Zeb's comment? I did. I bet it would stink as bad as Aaron Rodgers in the playoffs. Hold on. Were the Ravens in the playoffs? I can't remember. Let me know how Lamar Jackson did in the playoffs, sir. I'm just kidding, man. Hey, you're right. He stunk it up, man. He stunk it up. It was what it was. All right, so... No, I don't do that. No, sir. No, ketchup on steak is a crime, and if anybody does it, they should be in prison. Straight to jail. And that is not my saying. That is, of course, I'm going to forget his name right now. He's a guy on TikTok, the food guy. Straight to jail. Ketchup. All right, you guys. Well, hey, I appreciate it. Let's go ahead and start to wrap it up here. I appreciate you guys hanging out. So if you guys have any questions about imposter syndrome, hopefully you understand, what it is, and most importantly, how to try to beat that, because it can be crippling. It can make you literally not create, and that's definitely what I don't want. If you want to be a content creator, I want you to create content. Don't let imposter syndrome hold you back from doing that. So hopefully this helps somebody. And if not, if nothing else, had a great time hanging out tonight. So appreciate all you guys. If you guys need to reach me for any reason, my website, kenthecontentcoach.com, email ken@kenthecontentcoach.com, across all social media. Links are in description. IG, Facebook, TikTok, Twitter. So far, I am not on Pinterest, and that's okay. But everywhere else is pretty much Ken the Content Coach. Those are going to be in the description. So thank you guys for hanging out. I hope you guys all have a great week. Today was a great Monday. The week started off well, so hopefully it stays that way. See what you guys are talking about here. Appreciate it, Becky. Yeah, thank all you guys for hanging out for sure. Joe Burrow is better than Lamar Jackson. I'm going to second that. That kid's special, man. He's going to have a special career. He really is. Tyson's hungry now for eggs and hash browns. Yeah, Mel does make some good eggs. But Nick, don't do that. That's okay. Let her have her ketchup. I don't want to be a party and have to testify to something. So let her have her ketchup on her ribeye, brother. Appreciate you, man. Yeah, appreciate you guys. You guys have a great week. If I can do anything for you, absolutely feel free to reach out. We'll be back here Friday night for Just Stream With Me. So, that show, if there's anybody that's ever wanted to get into live streaming, it's your chance to come on and live stream. We'll talk about more of that throughout the week. A lot of you have seen the show before. If you haven't seen it, then again, that's every Friday night at 9 p.m. So we'll be back then. You guys have a great week. As always, take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. Remember, just hit record. We'll see you guys next time. Appreciate you. Yeah, absolutely. If you haven't hit the thumbs up, please do. I appreciate you. Night, y'all.